WREG in Memphis. This is News Channel 3 at 6.
Breaking news, Republicans just released details about replacement for the Affordable Care Act put in place by the Obama administration. It's called the American Health Care Act, and we will have the details on that in just a moment. But first, WREG is on Weather Watch tonight, tracking the potential for severe storms. You're looking at radar right now, and it shows heavy rain moving into the Memphis area late tonight or early in the morning. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Richard is on assignment. Weather expert Tim Simpson joins us now. And Tim, will the kids need raincoats at the bus stop in the morning?
It looks like they will, Stephanie. At this point, we're seeing pretty much light rainfall across areas of central and eastern Arkansas, and that's about it. This is all moving toward the northeast. That's not the area that we're most concerned about. What we're more concerned about is a line of storms that will form something similar to this, like you're seeing from Minneapolis down toward Kansas City. A line of storms coming in early tomorrow morning in advance of a cold front. Slight risk for severe weather for tonight, but the timing of this looks like about 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is 5 a.m. You can see these storms pushing into areas of eastern Arkansas and pushing into the Memphis metro area by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. What can you expect with these storms? I'll have details coming up in just a few moments. Steph?
All right, thank you, Tim. Well, back to that breaking news we brought you first on the WREG app and at the top of this show. Republicans just released a plan to replace Obamacare. It's called the American Health Care Act. Americans have been asking for a replacement for the Affordable Care Act since the Trump administration started dismantling the effort. The new package would scale back the government's role in health care and likely leave more Americans uninsured. House committees plan to begin voting on the 123-page legislation Wednesday. We have posted a link to the bill on our WREG homepage. Meanwhile, breaking news update. President Trump has issued a new executive order on immigration, and local lawmakers say that it is less illegal than the one before it. The new ban restricts immigration from 6 predominantly Muslim countries instead of the original 7. Iraq is no longer on the list. The Trump administration removed the country after it agreed to a new vetting process for its citizens applying for travel visas for the U.S. Now there are stark differences between the old and the new immigration ban.
We are America!
That first one caused protests across the country, accusing the president of discrimination based on religion. Notable differences include the effective date. The new order takes effect in 10 days rather than immediately. The original ban led to chaos at airports because thousands of visa holders were blocked from entering the country. The definite ban on Syrians is now lifted. They will now be subject to the same 90-day ban on travelers and 120 days for refugees. And green card holders are not affected. Federal judges expressed concern about barring legitimate visa holders. People with valid visas as of today are also exempt. Well, the changes are impacting people here in the Mid-South, as you might imagine. WREG's Stacey Jacobson explains how and tells us why experts say that this ban is an improvement, at least legally.
Thank you, my friend.
This is how Yusuf is working his way through college. The U of M pre-med student is the son of American immigrants.
My dad came directly from Kuwait.
That heritage gives him pause when he hears of any kind of immigration ban, even the new one signed today by President Trump.
It's a false stereotype. These refugees are people who are fleeing the people that, we call our enemies. They're fleeing terrorism.
The new order replaces the one signed in January. It now restricts travel from 6 countries instead of 7, taking Iraq off the list. It also allows green card and visa holders to travel freely and does not give priority to Christian refugees like the previous version did.
It certainly helps the legal stance. It's not as likely to get held up in court. It's not as likely to have an injunction placed against it.
But immigration attorney Elizabeth Corson says she's still on edge, advising clients not to leave the country unless they have to. She also is working with a couple who helped the U.S. military in Iraq.
They've had their asylum interview. We're waiting for a decision for them.
And Yusuf has Iraqi friends too. They're refugees. He reached out to them today with a bittersweet message.
It's like a small light of hope in something that's still very severe and very scary. for Muslims here and Arab refugees or refugees in general. How you doing, sir?
He says he'll keep working to change that. Stacey Jacobson, WREG News Channel 3.
Well, we will keep you updated on what transpires with the new immigration executive order. Just download our free WREG app to get the latest updates. Meanwhile, a 3-year-old child is with family tonight after police found the toddler in the vehicle with a dead woman. Police say they spotted a car this morning with the headlights on, parked in the Jack Pirtles lot on Mount Moriah near American Way. Officers say that the victim was in the front seat, head slumped over, with the young child in a car seat in the back. Police say the driver was pronounced dead on scene and they gave the child to family members. They have not released a cause of death. Meanwhile, a crime alert for Bill. WREG is working to find out more about a reported rape on the iconic street. Memphis police say a woman was at the Bill Street tap room Saturday night when it happened. Details are pretty vague right now because it's a sexual assault case. Investigators say the alleged suspect is still on the loose. A crime alert for downtown Memphis. Police say they are looking for 3 men who robbed a man at knife point as he smoked a cigarette outside. It happened downtown at Court Square, an area that sees a lot of foot traffic. WREG's Bridget Chapman is live at Court Square tonight with more on this. Bridget?
Yes, Court Square brings in all types of people. There are several restaurants, businesses, and hotels right here. But unfortunately, this weekend there were also criminals with weapons.
Thursdays are some of the most popular for the Court Square downtown. Food trucks bring in extra foot traffic to the historic area. But on Friday, it was a different picture.
You just never know what's going to break loose.
Police say a man was out on a smoke break around 8 at night. He was on his cell phone when he said 3 men approached him. One of them, wearing a black skull cap and a hoodie, asked for a cigarette, but then pulled out a double-sided knife.
I have no idea what anything went on Friday.
Police say the 3 men robbed the 30-year-old victim and ran away. Luckily, he wasn't hurt. But that's not always the case with crimes in the area.
You never know when anything's going to happen. I had a friend get shot in the head out here last year in this park.
Gary says that friend survived, but the incident keeps him on alert.
We just try to keep an eye on our surroundings.
He said he hears of robberies happening here often, but police have only reported 1 assault and no other violent crimes at the square in the past 3 months. Although other areas downtown do see more reports of robberies and assaults.
I think it's everywhere. I think so.
Reminding everyone to stay alert.
It's a good reminder to always be aware of your surroundings, especially if you're walking alone. Stay off the phone, and if you're listening to music, try not to have those earbuds in so you're not distracted. Reporting live downtown, Bridget Chapman, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Bridget. Memphis police are on the hunt for a driver who hit 3 children this morning. The wreck happened near Hickory Ridge Middle School on Ridgeway. The kids are expected to be fine, but officers say they need help catching a driver in a light blue Nissan. Police say the woman was behind the wheel. Now, if you know anything about this hit and run, call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Animal rights groups are demanding St. Jude get hit with a hefty fine after a monkey died in its care. The United States Department of Agriculture cited the Children's Hospital for the death of the primate in January. It uses monkeys for research to cure cancer. The USDA says the animal was put to sleep and placed in a shipping container. That made it hard to monitor the monkey, and it died. The USDA told St. Jude it needed to review its procedures to make sure something like this does not happen again. Now, St. Jude released a statement saying, in part, we corrected the expressed concerns, and as with all research, we follow federal guidelines and regulations. We use animal models only when there are no other alternatives. All of our research is focused on curing and preventing catastrophic diseases. New information on the bird flu in Tennessee. Health officials are stressing that humans will not be affected by the virus. As of right now, over 73,000 chickens are dead because of the flu. Many others are quarantined. A farm that supplies chicken for Tyson was severely affected by this, but health officials say don't worry.
I want to reassure all of you that this particular strain of avian influenza poses no risk to the food supply. Second, according to CDC and our own Department of Health, there's little to no risk to human health.
Health officials say they will continue to test birds for the virus. Tennessee's Department of Agriculture is not identifying the farm where the chickens were destroyed, saying only that it is located in Lincoln County. That's just west of Chattanooga and borders Alabama. On now to a health alert. St. Francis Hospital is making it easier for patients to get the health care they need by expanding appointment times for mammograms. The hospital is now offering Saturday doctor visits. They say it'll make mammograms a little bit more convenient for people who work during the week. The American Cancer Society says breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer in women. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, here's a number for you to call: 901-765-3279. Well, the state of Tennessee is getting new jobs. LG Electronics is expected to expand in Montgomery County, Tennessee. LG says it will invest $250 million to build its first washing machine production facility in the U.S. The company made the announcement last week. The new facility will create at least 600 jobs. It's a lot of jobs. It's expected to be operational by 2019. And if you're one of those looking for a job, MATA is hiring. The Memphis Area Transit Authority is hosting a job fair tomorrow and Thursday. You can't miss it. They'll have a MATA bus parked at the corner of Levy and Watkins. Just go between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. or between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. MATA is looking for bus drivers, maintenance workers, and supervisors. Good luck to those who are searching. Well, the United States Post Office is considering moving one of its branches, but it wants your input first. The one that may be relocated is the Airport Station Post Office on Lewis Carruthers Drive. A public meeting is set for tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Memphis City Hall. Remember, nothing is changing yet. If the postal branch is moved, the new location will be in that same zip code. And it is Black Restaurant Week in Memphis. We will tell you what tasty treats are in store for the next few days and at a discount. And later in sports, the struggling Grizzlies try to rediscover their winning ways tonight with the playoffs getting closer. We're back in a moment.
Your number one source for local news. News Channel 3.
New at 6, make room on your dining schedule for Black Restaurant Week. It's the second year for this event, which highlights Black-owned eateries in Memphis. As WREG's Richard Ransom reports, this year the 14 featured restaurants will be offering some special meal deals and menus that range from traditional to vegan.
Did you have the sweet onion relish on yours?
Orion Moore Alston knows that nothing brings people together like good food. This former Food Network contestant owns Sweet Potato Baby, a restaurant in Memphis.
We do all types of things, and you know, sometimes we do like a little salt, but for the most part, that's not all we do.
Sweet Potato Baby is one of 14 Black-owned eateries featured during Black Restaurant Week. Moore Alston is anxious for new diners to pull up a chair.
But just getting that notoriety, and people get to know who we are and what kind of services we offer, so it's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing for our community and the community at large, actually.
And of course, there's the economic side to Black Restaurant Week, an idea geared specifically toward minority-owned restaurants.
Highlighting those African-American eateries that don't necessarily have the marketing budgets to really get out and promote, so I thought it'd be best to just create a platform so we could celebrate all of them.
In addition to mouth-watering chicken and waffles and decadent sweets you'll find at the HM Dessert Lounge, diners will find some irresistible bargains, like a $15 two-course lunch and a $25 three-course dinner. And the food options will surely erase the notion Black restaurants serve only soul food.
We have vegan restaurants on the list. We have cupcakes. We have other dessert restaurants. We have Southern Fare, of course, but chicken and waffles is not necessarily soul food either.
Richard Ransom, WREG, News Channel 3.
I can't wait for dinner break tonight. Well, for a list of the featured restaurants, go to WREG.com and click on this story.